Mercs, you're just going to deal no damage. Let's see, though. I want to see the Varus build. What if he builds Shiv and AP? The 5 AP team comp.
Not so.
He's got the combo. Okay,
yeah.
he's gone lethality.
Yeah, it is going to be lethality Varus.
Phase Rush Rumble.
Driver actually just cooks.
He's got a
nullifying orb.
Do you feel like the other team should have that?
I don't remember a time I've seen that in pro play.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, normally the Rumbles do just take the Nimbus, but that is with the Ignite.
What if he accidentally took Mana Flow Band? Because I know if you take it,
true, it swaps.
It auto swaps you to
yeah,
nullifying.
It could have been. Actually, could have been. I always do that. When I do my runes, I always default to Mana Flow because you know,
pretty much
basically
always
every
take
champ
it. Yeah.
takes it, yeah.
I mean, ironically, Rumble really, really good at using, what's the other one called? Nimbus Cloak.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened here, but Driver's cooking. I mean, the fact that he has Phase Rush in the first place is also just quite interesting.
Yeah. I guess he just wants to be able to kite away.
Yeah. This game is just pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, this is a very exciting last game of the day. I mean, I want to see how this top matchup goes. Solico, he's walking in. Drive AV. Oh, he threw one into outer space. Oh, and he got punished for it.
Yeah. Phase rushes away, though.
Wow, Udi is broken. He's just walking him off the wave. Driver walks up to get some XP, but that nullifying orb.
Oh, my.
Wow. Okay, this is crazy.
What am I watching?
This is insane how much pressure Udia has at level 1. I mean, we did see Udia played last split top lane by Rest. It was into Cassante, I think it was. And it did actually perform really well. But man, that is pretty crazy. I have to see if it continues going like that or if it's just kind of a level 1 cheese sort of thing.
The Olaf classic.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. I mean, at least for now, it looks like Solokill's pretty happy in his lane. Bot side, Eminem Kaiwing definitely getting the push. I imagine that probably stays fairly true for the remainder of lane as Kaiwing looks for a headbutt pulverize. Small amounts of poke, though, coming out from Enso here.
Yep.
And the wave will be pushing back in the very near future. Now, mid lane, though, Minji and Pretender staying reasonably even on health, which bodes well if you are the Azir. Although you are a lot more vulnerable than the Nico, just being that Nico has a root.
He might be out of potions as well, whereas Pretender is ticking back up. And that could be a problem because Minji does not have enough mana to ever push Pretender out of this lane now. And if he's forced to base, I don't even think he would have Darkseal money. So this could be really awkward here for Minji. Needs to be able to stay until he can at least get something like Darkseal refillable. Would be decent. Lava's
coming
towards
in.
top.
Solokill,
he's pretty low.
Might be in trouble here. Flash forward will confirm the root as Solokill does pop the ghost. Driver, though, overheats. Tries to flash for the auto attacks. Maybe he thought he hadn't overheated yet, and Solokill will get away with it. It is 2 flashes used just for the ghost of Udyr, so definitely a trade in favor of Frank solo laner.
Yeah, really nice trades, of course. And look how much sustain that Udyr has. I mean, you just seem to always be full or pretty high HP.
A zoom now, though, so...
Yeah. So as a biscuit. Nice lead, though, for himself. And you do wonder if maybe the Comet would have been better. It's hard to say, because with the sustain, maybe Comet's useless. But at the same time, it feels like Phase Rush hasn't made the difference, really. Both mids have reset. Benji got... At least he managed to get something in refillable. So that's going to allow him to sustain back up quite a bit. Ooh.
Wow.
That looks so fun.
Now that is interactive.
Certainly is.
Hey,
Kenny Chan spotted out.
Yeah.
I want to see if any magic resist is picked up on these first bases. Because you have to think that, okay, there's the Merc Treads in top lane. So Solokill...
Already winning lane?
He knows.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow, Minji finding a
trade.
really nice trade. Even gets another double auto there off with the soldiers onto Pretender. And
Yeah.
6 coming up in the very near future means Pretender does have to be quite considerate of where this Maokai could possibly be.
Yeah, looks like he'll be fine to clear all these out, but forced to base pretty early. It might even get cancelled here. We'll see.
Driver going towards Merc Treads as well. So,
Okay.
I really feel like Solo Kill feeling very good up in this lane. In fact, Driver. Well, Phase Rush getting a little bit of value there.
I'm very worried for Frank or for J Team in the early fights, though. I mean, they can give up a couple of them. It should be fine. It does feel like the amount of magic resist that can come in is pretty overwhelming. Although there is no MR picked up by the mid jungle yet. I think Pretender might be working on it. He's going towards Merc Treads, I think. But Kenny Chan does obviously pick up the whip for the clear.
Is he looking for a dive? I feel like Driver's too healthy to be dove here.
Yeah. Would be a mistake, I think, to look for this.
They're just trying to find any jungle camps that could perhaps be up. Will be out of luck, though, as all of them have been already cleared out by Maokai.
Have just been gobbled up. Now clearing out this wave. And I think if J-Team can keep this game slow and probably get second item void stuff, that's not too bad. I mean, they have a really good comp if you put the damage balance aside. And if Bruce does get fed, then even if they build all MR, they will be able to deal with it.
Wow.
This
it gets more and more interactive.
Yeah, it does. That's crazy. The driver, he has a pretty good trade there. I mean, the harpoons, even the magic pen, I think makes this a bit easier.
Does complete a set of Merc Treads on his own.
Oh, and look at Sonic's items now.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows. He really is unkillable. It has to be Bruce, and Lethality Varus not particularly good at dealing with this.
No. The whole team is pretty hard to play Varus against. Ashe, Nico, Nocturne. Not really sure about Udyr. We don't see him a whole lot. Kind of just runs at you. Feels like Chain of Corruption might be able to deal with it as long as it's not.
Yeah. He can have so much tenacity, though.
Yeah.
He might just run out of it. Will it be the Mercs on Pretender? No. Okay, so he grabs the Alternator. Wants more of that early game pressure, which you can kind of understand. I mean, you've got the solo kill beefy tank well under control at this point. You know, he can be your front line. If you can just burst them down, would be nice. Now, Eminem is pathing out of base, so it looks like they're going to want to play for the Herald. I think this can be traded. I would assume the J-Team start up the drag, and getting a dragon early game is pretty decent, I think, just allowing you guys some time to scale. But it's going to be a while, I think, before any sort of magic pen can come through. And even then, a second item Void Staff, while it might be a necessity, it doesn't feel very good.
No.
Herald goes to Kenny Chan. I think there are all plates up. I don't think... Or maybe there's one mid plate dropped by Pretender. But obviously Kenny Chan can't herald his own tower. As his dragon will eventually be traded away. Quite behind in tempo here, though, is Lava. And I wonder if that can cost Driver. They might look for a dive on top. Minji has TP soon, but not quite yet. Driver has the Equalizer as well, so maybe it's just a bit too difficult. Some jungle camps, though, could be snuck away here. And Eminem... Oh, that's Pretender. Never mind. Nico gets me every time. Will they go for the red? I don't think so. I think
No,
it
feels a bit risky. Especially with Enso up in this area. I'm curious that Enso came up there. I guess he realized Kenny Chan invading the topside jungle, just going there to ensure if there was an overreach, it could be punished. There wasn't, though.
3 Merc Treads for J-Team as well.
Bruce has his Dirk, so a little bit of damage will be able to come out of this Varus, but it's... I think ultimately, throughout the entirety of this game, it's never going to really be that much.
No. Maybe a fight in the bot river. And so it's pretty hard to engage on.
We've got a lot of Merc Treads here in this game.
Yeah, we do. And I think more to come, honestly. I don't think it's done yet. Oh, okay. Ult comes out.
Yeah, Driver's just tickling solo kill now. Weird what happens when you draft an entire team of AP champs.
Yeah. Especially the Gragas coming through. I mean, I know it doesn't really add a whole lot. Oh, mid lane though, Minji.
Oh, misses the Rue, but Minji misses the flash. Nature's Grasp though coming through. Paranoia is the response. Does come through. It's going to be onto Minji, who does not have the flash. But the Emperor's Divide will put Kenny Chan into that tower. And so many low health bars. Enzo comes, secures first blood. Nice explosive cast. Brings Pretender right back into the waiting arms of Minji on this Azir. And while they may have a pretty rough team comp, they have great execution. And 2 kills found early.
I did. It was traded back on bot side though as Bruce went down. Lost his cleanse too. Not sure what happened there. Oh, the double harpoon as well. It's a lot of magic pen lost or magic resist.
Yeah, let's see
how Bruce died.
Oh, Nocturne's broken.
Yeah, okay, so he just didn't know. He did slightly misplayed the cleanse as well. Yeah, pretty hard to live at that point. I think in that mid fight as well, you kind of saw Kenny Chan wasn't sure whether or not he should go in. You know, he was thinking about it. And then ultimately he thought about it a lot and still decided to do it. And didn't go that well. Abyssal Mask here for solo kill. Minji getting one of these first kills though was very important. And I think Crown is actually decent this game. I'm not sure you need it, but it's better than the games they've been buying it before.
Wow. Damn, this is what 4 AP champions looks like.
Yeah. Ooh, Kyling's coming up.
Yeah, Equalizer looks like it
almost up.
Either is or okay, it's up now.
Oof, just in time, but is it enough? TP.
Teleport coming through. Oh, nice flash, but is it enough? No, it doesn't look like it. Who's going to pick up the kill, though?
Oh, no.
It is going to be solo kill. Minji here doesn't have Emperor's Divide. Actually, he does. He gets it off. He's so low. He goes in and actually gets himself one. And now Bruce is here. He picks up a kill for himself. Chain of Corruption comes through. And solo kill, you may have a lot of magic resist, but you don't have anything to deal with all of this AD damage coming out of Bruce. And Pretender limps away on 1 HP. Solo kill should be going down, but it's M&M. Ghost is popped. That's one. And there's 2 low health members. Won't be able to find them. It's a 3 for 3.
Crazy team fight.
Oh my god, it continues. In comes Driver. Is going to miss the first harpoon. Eminent's going to flash away, and Driver, nothing more will come from it.
Wow.
Oh, Rift Maker first for Driver.
Ooh, okay.
Bit of true damage coming through.
And I think this is pretty bold by Frank, but I like it. I mean, you've got tanky champs here. I think the real problem was Minji living for so long. There's a couple of skill shots that were missed here, and that meant that he could get this Emperor's Divide off and a lot of damage at the end because he just took so long to die. And then here, I think it's difficult for Pretender to really get in with a good ult because he's just lost so much health already. He did try, and he forced out Bruce's flash, which is good enough.
Back to live.
Who is this? Oh, this is Minji.
Yeah, gonna go down.
I could not even
kill
tell.
Found. Gonna be Kenny Chan who picks that one up for himself, and Dragon spawning in 5 seconds should mean that's theirs to take.
Yeah, nice pickup. Still no MR from the Frank mid jungle, which is a bit of a surprise. Neither of them do have the Mercs yet. It's 4 Mercs for the side of J-Team.
Maybe they thought Frank picked their comp.
Yeah. I guess it is just valuable for both sides. Merc Treads are, I think, the best boots in the game, for sure. If it's like a good game for them, you know?
Moby boots.
I wish.
Alright, Dragon picked up. 1 apiece now. Dragon win con feels fairly unrealistic.
Oh, some Murky boys now for Kenny Chan. Will this be the 10 Merc Treads game?
Ooh,
I think Bruce might not buy it.
I think also M&M might not buy it.
Sure.
I think Lucidity and Berserkers are just too valuable.
They both have cleanse as well, so.
But I dare hazard a guess it might be an 8 Mercs game.
Yeah, would not be surprised.
Really, it all depends now on Pretender if that's going to be the case.
He's the last one. Oh, he might be in a bit of trouble bot side.
Yeah,
he has the ult. He's very hard to dive. Yeah, especially with these missed. I think he's going to be relatively safe. And that should be the Herald traded for free. Driver completes that Riftmaker, which I think is a good choice, but you almost always see Riftmaker with Conqueror on Rumble. And to be honest, it hasn't been meta in a while. A lot of people used to play this mid lane, especially into Silas, I remember being a common matchup where it was just Conk Riftmaker, you could just brawl him, and it actually wasn't that close. It is the Sork shoes for Pretender, which I'm not sure he's thought too much about these. Surely if they show this much MR, you're better off going CDR boots, if anything. Yeah. I'm not sure. While sieging on bot lane, Minji is getting the farm up for free. Now he is going towards the Nash's second. And the problem with that is that he's going to have no way of dealing with solo kill until he has that Void. Driver.
Yeah, Driver walking up is going to be very fast, and the 3-man explosive cask will come down. Minji comes through, Emperor's Divide to get everyone out of there fairly safely. Chain of Corruption will miss, but the slow does come down through the rain of arrows. It's going to be the first tower, though, picked up here for Frank. And honestly, I feel like at this stage, J-Team are running out of options. Because you're so far from being scaled enough to purchase Void Staffs. And yeah. There's just so much magic resist coming through.
I think next fight especially is going to be so tough. I think you almost have to go Leandri's Void here as Azir to have a chance at killing Udyr. And with this current build, there's just no shot. I mean, he's going to deal 50 damage a Soldier Auto. It's really not going to be it. And also, like we said before, itemizing Void second kind of sucks.
Ooh, like, Minji could be
he has the crown up just in time. I think that is actually going to make the difference.
Is he going to be able to get an escape here? It does look like he will. Very nice timing there on that Shattered Crown.
Solo kill, he's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, this guy's getting low. Be careful, Solo kill. You're in danger.
Oh, it's tragic.
What is this draft, man?
They cooked too hard.
They did.
It really is that. You know, they wanted that Rumble Maokai that badly. And I respect it. But I do think it kind of sucks. It's just MR items are too good, and Void Staff takes too long to get. You know, don't get me started on Serelda's versus Void Staff. We'll be here all night. 1 minute away, though, on next drag. And Ocean Drag, and later the Ocean Soul, I think would be really nice for Frank. I mean, if you can make it so that it's even harder for your tanks to die and that this poke from Bruce has no chance of sticking, you'd just be unkillable. I mean, if somehow this game goes long and Frank get an Ocean Soul on this Udyr, there's just no chance of dying ever. Pretender's even going Banshees, which I kind of like. I feel like there's not that many times where you go for Banshees over Zhonya's on Eco, but this is probably the game. Do you think Eminem goes for a Wit's End later on?
Yeah. I think there's no reason not to.
Kaiwing's even got the locker. I mean, there's so much MR. I'm looking forward to seeing Minji's damage next fight. He's the 2-kill Azir.
That's right. And
but it feels tough.
Going to be doing a lot of damage. That's for sure.
Okay, 10 seconds. I wonder if J-Team, obviously not on this dragon, but if later on they just try and trade a Baron or something. Driver's got the right idea, though. He's going for the Void Staff second. Question is whether or not it'll matter. Okay, so they spot out J-Team there, trying to make a play onto top side. And Kaiwing, he's doing a good job of just running straight top to protect this dive. They know that this is the only trade that can happen, really. And Pretender, honestly, he doesn't look very killable to me. He's got MR. And Nico's a difficult champ to dive. So once again, another objective goes the way of Frank. And J-Team without anything to trade for it. You might argue that they're trading scaling, but realistically, until the Voids come through, it doesn't matter whatsoever. And even then, you know, it's only 40% of the MR. There's still going to be a lot there.
Yeah. I mean, game feels like it's very comfortably in Frank's corner.
I think so as well, yeah. Especially because the MR doesn't necessarily stop here.
Yeah, I mean, Force of Nature got pretty considerably nerfed, but in a game like this, has immense value.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine Udyr probably doesn't mind building a Spirit Visage at some point, and maybe even a Hex Drinker. I don't know. I feel like you get pretty crazy here. Ash as well, of course. Wit's End almost certainly will come through. I wouldn't be surprised to see it next item.
Yeah, I think that would be a good choice as well. I feel like once the Ashe especially becomes unkillable, because that's kind of the target for your engage, right? You kind of Maokai rumble onto the Ashe, and then there's not much she can do. But even just with the Wit's End, even if she ends up going down, it'll buy her so much more time and so many more resources that have to be committed to end up finishing her off. Ashe is now completed for the Azir. So Minji, he has DPS to objectives, but I think until the Void comes through, it's really going to be lacking at dealing with this Udyr. And the problem is, you can't really hit anyone else as Azir here. Maybe you could look for the Ashe. But maybe, even if Ashe dies, I'm not sure if it would change the fight that much at the moment. So I think we're going to have a slow game here for a while. Frank, don't think they have enough damage to really look at starting up a Baron. And on the other side, J-Team really just want to delay until they get their Void staffs. Staves? Staffs.
Staves.
Must be staffs, right? Joy. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's...
I've definitely
would
heard
be staves.
Yeah.
I think it might
sounds so weird. I can't do it.
Oh no.
Ghost popped.
Misses the harpoon.
Oh
so
my, the damage.
Phase Rush is coming out, but yeah, Driver, you're not getting away.
This is disgusting.
He's trying to get away, but does flash actually, and that is one
Is
counter.
he out though?
I'm not entirely sold.
No, I don't think
I'm
he
not
is.
sold.
Oh, unless he gets a juke off.
Okay. That was nice. Although Solo Kill
Might not be done.
is privy to it. Does get away, but... Oh my goodness. And
Oh, no.
my god, it's everything.
Oh, I would be
That
so mad.
truly was the kitchen sink being thrown at Driver.
Wow. That is so tilting. I mean, you make it out, and then you get sniped by the Ashe Nocturne combo. Wow. Yeah, no, that's incredible. Okay, 2 more minutes on Dragon. I think this likely will just go to a drag win condition unless there's a lot of kills given over by J-Team, because it does feel really hard for Frank to start up the Baron. Although, while they don't have tons of DPS on it, it's not super bad either. And we'll get a replay. I feel like there wasn't much to say. It really was just an item diff. There's nothing else. Solo Kill doesn't take any damage whatsoever. And even with the phase rush, Driver is just... I mean, where can he run, really?
Yeah. Chase down.
This was a nice juke there. Juke's out of the sweeper vision as well. Manages to turn around, but how unbelievably unfortunate is this? I would have nightmares. No, they just have to have the perfect champs to find a way to kill you there.
Yeah.
And Driver knew. I mean, he dropped the equalizer on himself straight away. He knew, but...
He's in shambles.
He is.
Oh, back to live. It's a lot of abilities being used onto Kaiwing. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes out, and Kenny Chan as well as Solo Kill looking fairly unkillable there as they run towards Driver. Minji staying relatively healthy as Bruce trying to unload as much damage as he possibly can. Equalizer comes down, but pretty much no damage to speak of after that Locket of the Iron Solari does come out. Eminem, though, stepping a little bit too far forward, cops quite a lot of damage, but you're seeing there so many abilities landing for J-Team and just not really any damage to speak of. It is the Void Staff completed for Driver, but until this Azir gets his...
He just bought a rod. I can't believe it. Okay, we'll come back to that, I promise. But this current fight here, I think it was really misplayed by Kenny Chan. I mean, we'll see this engage on a Kaiwing. I feel like this is actually fine. I mean, this puts Kaiwing in the team and forces Bruce to flash. But if you see on the top side of your screen, Kenny Chan is flashing on this rumble under the tower. And it's kind of like, for what? I mean, that doesn't really matter at all. It was just taken out for free. Back to live, though. Kenny Chan is late to this drag because he died before. Ulti is not quite up yet. Frank just needed to delay this. They can play for the fight after. There's no flash on Bruce, remember.
Driver's been hit by the arrow, but does survive. And Solo Kill actually taking a reasonable amount of damage.
Pretender.
Oh, okay, here comes Pretender. Here comes Kenny Chan. But the value really wasn't found as the Emperor Divide does come through. It's a 1-for-1. It's now a 2-for-1 as Enso in pretty much no man's land, as is Lalva. And importantly, Bruce has gone down, so you don't really have the damage. Shutdown does come through, however, it's picked up here by Driver. And now, it is 3v3 left remaining. Both of the supports are live, although Enso does eventually get taken out, and Driver trying to get away, but is just chased down by this Ghost Udyr. There's a team fight win here. 4-4-2 in favor of Frank.
Okay, Minji, I think he undid his rod and he bought the Blighting Jewel. So thank God for that. But I mean, that was a very difficult fight, I think, for Bruce, who didn't have any sums. I'm not actually sure what ended up happening to him, but just in my head, it should be pretty unplayable. Nocturne ult wasn't up initially, but I think it came up just in time to follow up on this Nico engage. Okay, so this is what happened to Bruce. Yeah, there wasn't much he could do, unfortunately. I think Driver actually did pretty well in this fight. He kited out and then dropped this Rumble ult on Eminem here, which made a big difference, right?
Yeah.
The Wit's End isn't completed, and even if it were, the Void stuff here for Driver means it's not as big a deal as before. But yeah, I mean, Enso and the Gragas doesn't really have anywhere to go. To be honest, the Gragas has been pretty MIA this game.
Yeah. Paranoia comes out. Dragon's still alive.
There's a creep in the river.
There is a creep in the river.
Got the crown. Big damage on Bruce as well.
Bruce is down to 1 HP, and that is going to be this Ocean Dragon confirmed. It is the third one now for Frank, so they are on soul point. As Bruce still not really going to be able to play this game. This game is so hard to be Varus, and you are the only AD. So all Frank have to do is all in onto you, and they pretty much guarantee a team fight win. Which is weird to say considering there isn't a Azir in the game, but the damage profile of the team, a bit lackluster.
It is. If they can't get Void stuff on Minji, though, I think that could maybe turn these fights around. Because Minji is dealing a lot of damage, but he just can't really get through this magic resist, at least not yet. He's getting closer to it. Look at Solo Kill's items. How disgusting.
Yeah, he is, he's unkillable.
He's got the most gold as well.
Very. Yeah, he's been having a good game for himself. Starting off from level 1, really.
Yeah. I'm surprised Kenny-chan has so much gold.
Ooh, what's Driver building? Sonya's?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
We'll have to see. It is now Radiant Virtue as well as the Redemption for Lalva on the Maokai.
Look what else got picked up. There's a Wit's End on the Ashe and Abyssal on the Nocturne. So weird. Why are they building so much magic resist?
I don't know. Quite curious.
Okay, Void stuff on Minji. That's big. I think J-Team have a chance to win a team fight now. You just wonder if it's too little too late. I think they still have a chance to win, for sure. I mean, if they can win a fight and get a Baron and stop that 4th drag, that'll be kind of ticking all the boxes. But if any one of those things go wrong, Bruce.
Does actually dodge out from the Ashe ult. There's so much being used on him, though. The only target that really needs to go down, he is going to eventually equalize it, keeping Pretender out of the fight as Minji trying to offload as much damage as he can. He finds Kenny-chan. Kaiwing very, very unkillable. On the bottom side, though, it is going to be Solo Kill picking up the eventual kill onto Driver, and he still just doesn't take any damage despite the Void Staves. Is very much full health bars across the side for Frank, and you have to start wondering now, was the draft worth it? You got a lot of power picks, but you got all the same damage type power picks, and Bruce really cannot play this game.
Yeah, I think Varus is a tough champ. Not only on this comp, but just to be solo AD, right? Because you kind of think, sure, the lethality is good, but the problem is, even lethality, you know, when you get very fed on it, it still can't really deal with tanks. You're going to need multiple rotations. I think if you want like a solo AD...
Oh my god, Abyssal Mask number 3 completed.
Who's got it this time? The support? Oh my. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Bruce, he did not have cleanse here. And if this Ashe arrow had hit, it would have been just immediately lights out. So dodging this was really big, but I mean, you can see how much trouble he finds himself in, right? He flashes away, taken out pretty much immediately. And Kenny Chan, he did actually go down pretty quick to the amount of damage that Minji was putting out. But the problem is, you know, where's the damage after that, really? And
back to life.
Minji, he can't afford to die.
Yeah,
he's the main damage.
He dodged out of that Enchanted Crystal Arrow as well as using the Emperor's Divide to keep himself from safety against the Nocturne. Now Paranoia down as well as Emperor's Divide. Importantly though, I think Paranoia being down means Bruce's time in a team fight is a little bit easier. Although of course, at this stage of the game, not that big of a cooldown.
I was looking for something.
Yeah,
Holy,
Eminem.
I think he's fine.
He is trapped in the corner, but dodges out of that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. And the Flash Pop Blossom secures Bruce and Driver. Driver obviously inevitably going to go down, and that will be the Baron now. And I think Frank at this stage, really, I don't see a way for them to lose.
No, I think if they just go Baron and then fourth drag, I mean, this Ocean Soul on the Udyr is going to be just disgusting. I mean, he will be unkillable. Lava has to play for a steal here. He's going to get some vision. Kaiwing should just, yeah, okay. Good job.
Yeah, that will be the Baron. Oh, Enchanted Crystal Arrow. This is going to be Lava maybe going down, although the Emperor's Divide. Minji now the target, does not have any access to his ult. Trying to attack, but absolutely does not have the damage. That's another one found. It's Baron. It's going to be Ocean Soul. And there's just not... You know what might have been good this game for J-Team? AP Cogmore instead of the Varus.
True. Yeah, no, it is crazy how much AP they've picked. I get how they got here. You know, they really wanted that Rumble Maokai and the Azir power pick, of course, but this is why you can't play heavy AP comps. It's much more punishing to play heavy AP than heavy AD, because most AD champs have at least a little bit of magic damage in their kit or their runes or their items. But if you think, what actual AD comes out of, you know, Rumble, Maokai, Azir? Virtually none. I mean, you know, like, what, 30 damage auto attacks? Yeah. That's pretty much it. Normally you want a solo AP champ, you know, and 4 ADs if possible. So having this completely reversed is definitely not the way you wanted to go. Now sieging onto the base. It is a little difficult, I think, for Frank to siege. There's a lot of long-range wave clear, and it's not super easy to dive into the base either. So might be waiting for a while, but I don't think it matters too much for Frank. Maybe they can find an engage with Nico.
Burning Bruce to half HP with that ultimate on the Udyr.
Oh, they want to dive,
yeah, Kaiwing's gone forward, flashed up, and it's going to be the Pop Blossom, but it only lands here onto Enzo's Gragas. Still, though, Frank are going forward, and look at how unkillable this Udyr is.
Yeah.
He's just constantly running forward. The Ghost is popped. Driver's trying to do some damage with the Flame Spitter, but it's immediately going to be healed up as Kenny Chan making work on the mid lane inhib, and it feels like game might just be done here. Solo kill now, running up to towers. Yeah. Constantly. There's no way to get him off full health. Minji getting in 2 auto attacks there as Chain of Corruption comes out, but ultimately lands onto Kaiwing, who will just get out of it with that Unbreakable Will. And you're seeing it again. It's Phoenix stun. Oh, Bruce is just going to die to it. Has to flash back into the fountain as solo kill, tanking up absolutely everything. He's having the game of his life. Is min-maxing his mechanics so crazy here, and he's just not going to die. This guy, he's been flashed on. He's been knocked back. He's half health, whilst being the entire target of J-Team. And Emperor's Divide is massive, but it's too little too late.
Oh my. I wouldn't be surprised if solo kill